What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop a cent any chance I get, and I am so happy we have completed July. I know it's a bit sad that summer is halfway over, but there are some cool events that have happened, especially when it comes to the FIFA World Cup. Go Spain! I also made sure to watch the Odyssey in theaters. Go Nolan! But of course, I'm sure a lot of you are here for the music discussions, and I have some great picks to reveal to you. We're going to be taking a trip to South Africa to check out the hottest artists to emerge from that country. Plus, a lot of the singles I have on the For to Blast really capture the summer season, and the artist on the rise, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Before we proceed though, I want to remind people to hit the like button if they enjoy this video, and subscribe for more content like this, because trust me, I have a bunch to offer. I hope you're prepared for this episode because they kick ass, just like Abdul El Sayed's campaign. Don't forget to vote, Michigan. Be sure to have a cold bottle of water on standby, because the sun is up for the sum up. With summer in action, I figured we'd look at an artist who knows how to capture the hot season. That would be Tyla, and she's giving us her sophomore album, A-Pop. Hailing from South Africa, the singer was born as Tyla Laura Cecil, and she would get her first taste of success as a teenager after her music was discovered on social media. After releasing a few singles, Tyla's big breakthrough came with her 2023 hit Water, a seductive club anthem where Tyla urges her partner to dance with her until she feels the perspiration drip from her skin. The song became a top 10 hit, and earned Tyla not only a triple platinum certification, but also the first ever Grammy win for Best Afrobeat Song. What a big accomplishment! Eventually, her self-titled debut album came out and received a ton of critical praise. She's also been attached to various live events, such as the Kids' Choice Awards and the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Like, Tyla has really become a huge force in R&B these past few years. I already praised her song Is It last year, and I'm eager to see if the new LP brings just as much quality. Let's raise the temperature for A-Pop. Our discussion of Tyla will continue shortly, but in the meantime, I want to give you my 4 to blast for the second half of July. These are brand new singles that I think could do a lot to shake up the charts or really impress listeners, so I hope you give them a chance once I announce them to you. Like I said, a few of these songs really know how to capture the summer season, and they would be perfect for playing outside. A few of them also come to us from veterans, but they have proven that they still got it. So why not cut the chit chat and get right into it? Without further ado, here is my 4 to blast. The first single we're discussing is Less Than a Lover by Jennie. Jennie has been seeing a ton of success this year, thanks to her work with Tame Impala. She's now come out with a new solo single titled Less Than a Lover. This track opens with a soothing guitar, and as the soft drums crop up, Jennie begins delivering her delicate vocals. It appears the K-pop star is singing about wanting to start a romance with a potential lover, but wants to take it slow and build their chemistry casually. The song feels like you're just relaxing on a Sunday morning as you sip your coffee and take in the peacefulness. I also appreciate the summer aura. Jennie evokes images of beaches when she sings about splashing in the water. And unlike Dracula, you will feel compelled to take in as much sunlight as possible. To wrap up the runtime are the chopped vocals that help the music completely fade out. I'm sure Jennie's fans will get a real kick out of Less Than a Lover, especially as they enjoy the freedom of summer. Our next song is I'd Be Lyin by Kelly Clarkson. It's been a while since Kelly Clarkson had a substantial hit on the Billboard charts, but that doesn't mean the quality of her music has dropped by any means. It's always a thrill to hear her voice, and it looks like she has a new single called I'd Be Lyin. The song begins pretty slow, and Kelly leads the listener to believe that she's singing an ode to her partner. But we then hear the tempo pick up, and Kelly reveals that she's totally kidding, taking relief in the fact that her and her man are done. He only wants to hear certain words come out of her mouth, but Kelly is staying firm over their breakup. The tune is wrapped in a coat of lighthearted joy, and is supported by the mighty electric guitars, groovy keyboards, and booming drums on the bridge. She even gives a clever nod to her own past hit, Since You've Been Gone. Kelly's performance on the song also proves why her live covers always go viral online. If you want a song that's very fun and upbeat, then I'd Be Lyin would be the right song for you. Now we're going to be talking about the song Fireflies by Martin Garrix and U2. It's always exciting to see rock bands collaborate with EDM producers. A few examples are Something Just Like This and Rescue Me. This past month, U2 joined forces with Martin Garrix to create Fireflies, but don't think this is like the 2009 Owl City classic. This song opens with a building electric guitar with sounds that almost resemble nature, and Bono sings about feeling the enthusiasm of spending time with his true love. We're then hit with some escalating drums and a hardcore bass line, and once the chorus is upon us, we hear robotic vocals courtesy of Martin blend with Bono, and before you know it, the song reaches its epic climax. The drop almost feels like we're flying with the two love bugs as they're joined by a swarm of insects in the forest and they take off into the night sky. While Bono is unsure of where exactly the story will end, they're still riding a beautiful journey. I can imagine this being played amazingly live, just like so many other U2 songs. Trust me when I say Fireflies is perfect for summer nights. Our final song in the For to Blast today is One Song Away from Crying by Rachel Chinouriri. We have a new album from Rachel Chinouriri that's on the horizon. While October is a few months away, the British musician is giving us the opening track for her record, One Song Away from Crying. This song is different from Rachel's typical rock sound, relying more on disco pop. It tells an interesting story where she's feeling extremely miserable at the club, and she hopes to find bliss on the dance floor, but doesn't feel the vibe. Rachel begins to think that going out was a terrible idea. The production really captures the gloom running through her system as she tries to put on a fake smile, and you feel as alone as she does. Verse 2 even changes perspectives, and we hear the thoughts of an onlooker admiring Rachel's appearance, but as she's told herself, the exterior is just hiding her emotions inside. However, the outro of the song embraces a more optimistic attitude, with the voice in her head saying she can pick herself back up and find that joy again. We even hear some intricate techno melodies play us out. You'll be captivated by the journey Rachel takes in One Song Away from Crying. Be sure to give all of those songs a listen because they have some great quality to give you. I swear, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and Less Than a Lover is gonna reach like 8 billion streams. That's how devoted the Blackpink stans are. But with that discussion out of the way, let's get back to focusing on Tyla's A-pop. Something I've learned about Tyla while exploring her catalog is that her music can mainly be described as amapiano. Originating from South Africa, it's a blend of jazz, soul, and lounge music that grew in popularity at the start of the decade. In his 2022 article, CNN writer Daryl Brown studied how amapiano blew up during the COVID pandemic and was largely adopted by young Black South Africans. However, Brown does touch on how women, for a substantial period, were struggling to emerge within that genre. Well, it can be argued that Tyla helped break the glass ceiling with Water. Given how popular and decorated that song became, it would be interesting to see what else the young star could produce. And now she's dropped A-pop. It's always pleasing to hear Tyla sing about seduction and intimacy, because the soothing sound of amapiano can capture that mood effortlessly. Some lyrics manage to be very sultry. I adore the line on Feel Something where Tyla tells her man to mix the sweat off your forehead with my makeup. Oh my god. But even between the sexy lyrics, she still offers feelings of romance. While I'm not very amused by Fairy Tale due to how meager it is, I do enjoy the rhyme, let me make this public, it's you that I'm in love with. It just hits for some reason. The album's production is also fine. As stated before, Tyla relies on her usual amapiano sound to create a blissful environment. The chanting backup vocals on Double Blind, the stomping beat on Mr. Nonchalant, and the percussion on Chanel are a few examples of how impressive the instrumentation is. The standout song for me might have to be Kiss, where Tyla aches for her man to pucker up, and it's all sung with a jumpy, intense beat. It makes so much sense that Ian Kirkpatrick had a hand in the production. What piques my interest as well is how Tyla experiments with more rock sounds on songs like Is It Love and Double Blind, using electric guitar melodies which add more intensity. The instrument does sound epic, but I think at times it can make the sound a tad bit inconsistent, since it only appears in a handful of tracks. I'm also not too fond of how repetitive Chanel is, even if the production is catchy. Towards the end of the album though, Tyla does veer off into more unique topics, like her realization on Crazy of Me that life is very short, but that's what makes it so beautiful. There's also the closing track, Hot Tubs, where she wishes to relax for her more incessant fans. Tyla's album is a testament to how renowned African musicians are becoming. Burna Boy and Thames are climbing up the Hot 100 as we speak, and she even uses A-pop to spotlight other African acts. Ma Wu would be my favorite in that regard. While not every track on the LP gets me going, I'm still thrilled by a lot of what I found here. It's safe to say Tyla is making a big splash. Yeah, there's a joke that no one in the music community has made by this point. So yeah, while I do like the self-titled album a little bit better, I think A-pop will still be able to wow you in some places. And I want all of you to start streaming Kiss, alright? We need to make sure that song reaches the top 20. Now, to close out the video, I'm gonna give you my artist on the rise for the second half of July. This is someone who's been releasing music for quite some time now, but I think they really deserve their moment in the spotlight. I had a very wonderful time researching this musician, and I think they really have what it takes to become a superstar. So, let me reveal their name. My artist on the rise for the second half of July is Dylan and the Moon. Dylan and the Moon is fully named Dylan Holloway, and he originates from the county of Kent. He started publishing his own material in 2022. His music can have a fun spirit, singing about self-confidence. It even works for songs where he's getting over a breakup. He's even worked with singers like Louis Capaldi and Jason Derulo. This year, Dylan has gained a ton of viral attention for creating duets with his past self before he transitioned into a man. One of his most recent singles is Seasons Go. Built around a calming indie folk sound, the song shows Dylan enjoying a relaxing summer season with his loved ones, and he implores his listeners to cherish the memories you create because they don't last forever. He evokes the thought of Bryan Adams and passing clouds to bring about that summer evening sentiment. The piano on the bridge really ties Seasons Go together. Dylan and the Moon has an inspiring story behind them, so if you want to explore music from trans artists, this will be a wonderful act to visit. From what I researched, Dylan even has their own documentary that's been released, so for all you movie buffs out there, that could be on your must-see list. But with all that, we are pretty much wrapped up here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another edition of The Sum Up. I had fun with this one, I hope you did as well. Be sure to take Dylan's advice and continue the hot season because, trust me, before you know it, it will be gone. Go to a baseball game, eat some ice cream, watch a movie, do whatever you can to embrace these next few weeks. But in the meantime, if you want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Blue Sky, my Twitch, and my TikTok. Links will be in the description. And be sure to go out and vote Michigan. Trust me, Abdul El-Sayed, he's the man for the job, alright? Make him go to the Senate. And of course, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed this content today, and subscribe for more entries like this. And with all of that, we are totally finished. My name is Gabriel Jones in the Sun Baby setting, but I hope you were able to soak up those drops. Take care.